Dr. Darien joins us again with a question from one of you. This one is from Anthea M. Can eating certain types of food trigger arthritis?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. Many people don't realize that in our diet that can affect our inflammation and increase our risk of arthritis. So what do you look for in your diet that can increase that risk? You want to avoid things, number one, like red meats. That can increase inflammation in our bodies. You also want to avoid added sugar and excess salt. Remember, the average amount of salt that we should have is no more than a teaspoon a day. So if you think about what that means and the amount of food that you eat every day, you're probably going over that. And then interestingly enough, there are certain vegetables that you want to be careful of. They're called nightshade vegetables. They have a product called solanine in them. They're in tomatoes, bell peppers, green peppers. If you have severe arthritis, you might want to manage those types of vegetables when you're choosing what you want to eat, because that can increase your risk of inflammation as well.
I heard that after a teaspoon of salt, we pass that easily.
The food doesn't taste good without salt.
I get it. So that's why we got to grab those extra spices.
Your prescription for wellness.
We're talking about the word of the year, brain rot. Have you heard of this?
No.
This is Oxford's new word of the year. It's defined as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state. It's especially viewed as a result of overconsumption of online content that's not stimulating. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it's going to lead to a problem called brain rot. So today's prescription for wellness is on ways that we can manage that, reduce that to help longevity and help our brain stay healthy. And you can first start with following the 20-20-20 screen time rule. Every 20 minutes, take 20-second break, look at something 20 feet away. This can help you reduce your eye strain and your mental fatigue. You can also track how much you spend on entertainment and social media. Take note of that. Make intentional reductions. And I think this is really helpful. Schedule periods of time where you just simply unplug. For example, 3 to 5 p.m. every day. That's when you're not using any electronics. Also, look for opportunities, as we discussed, for connecting with those that you love, friends and your family. Loneliness can lead to brain atrophy. Like I said, your brain is a muscle, and social activity is one of those important exercises. And then also, sleep is really important. We talk a lot about how much sleep you get, aiming for that 7 to 8 hours, but you also want to make sure that it's consistent, going to bed and waking up near the same time within that hour each and every day. These are some ways that you can protect your health and protect your brain and prevent brain rot.
Put a plan in place to sleep.
A plan in place. Start today. Really simple, really easy. These small adjustments can make big rewards.
It's so interesting that this is the word of the year.
It's so telling too, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so telling.
All right, Doc, thank you. Folks, we would love to hear from you, so please hit us up on Instagram with all of your medical questions for Dr. Darien at ABC GMA3.